See, now it's got chat. Top chat, live chat. There we go. Is that you? Weird. Hey, I can see. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Miss. Sherry, I did not say where I was at because it's a top secret location. We had a person clue us into this piece of property, and he asked that we keep the location confidential, and so we're going to do that. If we're not men of our words, we are not men. So, anyway, hope you're doing all right. There we go. Otter, yeah. You can't see me? It's probably that reflection off my head. Oh, I can see.
No, I'm trying to watch it on YouTube and it's not there anymore.
That's because I quit and I got out and got a new one. Had to go in there. Yes, northeastern Oklahoma. Yes, thank you, ma'am. I saw that. It's worst case scenario, we will run and hide in our vehicles. We had to do that last time we were out here. Remember that?
Oh, that was nuts.
That was windy. That was no fun at all. Yeah. Right now it's really nice. But we're ready. We can take everything down and be rolling if we had to. What? 5 minutes?
Oh, to break down and get out of here if we need to? Yeah, less than that.
Yeah, it don't take long. But anyway, we are at this location that has been reported to have Dogman. So there's been a couple of different reports of them out here in this area, and they've been around this area a long time. And there's also Sasquatch in the area. I was just visiting earlier with a guy named Will who had an encounter. Where would that be from here? It'd be over there, wouldn't it?
North, yeah.
To the north, yeah. And I'm going to try to do an interview with him if he has time this weekend. That would be really nice. I've talked to him on the phone several times. He's a really nice fella, and he was pretty, I guess you would say, fortunate to have a really weird encounter. And I don't really want to talk about it too much because it's kind of famous, and if you know which person I'm talking about, then you know where we're at. So anyway, I guess I should probably change the subject on that one. So anyway, well, we went to the Comanche Mountains Bigfoot Festival conference. It was a conference, yeah.
First ever.
Yeah, it was the first one ever.
I think it was pretty successful. It was a good time.
Yeah.
A lot of great speakers.
Yeah, there was, what do you think, at least 50 people there?
Yeah.
There was a few less people the second day, but the whole thing was good. It's really neat being in an environment where you're around a whole bunch of people that are open-minded enough to come to a Bigfoot conference, and it's I don't know, it's kind of nice. You don't get to do that very often. That's why I always try to, when I can, go to the Hanabi conference. That one's a really big one, and there's a lot of people that end up coming to that one. That one's a little crazy. There's a couple thousand people that show up for that one.
That's in October?
Yeah, first weekend in
I have
October.
not been to that yet. This year, I
Yeah. The first time I went to that was in 2008, and I probably would have had a better time if it wasn't for my ex-wife. Did I say that out loud? Yeah. But anyway, we went down there, and I went in, and to be honest with you, I don't even remember who was talking at that time. But the conference wasn't near as big back then as it is now. Not that vendors make a conference, but there is a lot more people there too, so it's a good time. I enjoy going down there. Troy and them always end up finding some pretty good people to talk. So, but that's the first weekend in October. Yeah, Tanya's conference went over pretty well. Mr. Kreider was there. He's an interesting cat. Him and his crew. I enjoyed hanging out with him. Ended up bunking with them at I don't even know what you would call that. Some kind of ranch house at a hotel or something. It was, I don't know, it was kind of like for a work crew or something. It was pretty nice though. And kind of drove me crazy. We didn't really have time to do any squatching while we were down there. But hey, you can't win them all. Public relations is part of it. Connecting to people, getting the word out, letting people know what's going on. I mean, if you don't do stuff like, little Facebook Lives and YouTube videos, nobody will ever know you're out there. And that's problematic if you want to know if you want to be plugged in, you want to know what's going on. Just the other day, it's the day before yesterday, I had one of my, I wouldn't say he was one of my ex-students, but he was in the class next to mine, and I knew him pretty well, and he always had an interest. He reached out to me and says, hey man, one of my friends reached out to me and said that he had I know this is going to sound crazy, some kind of white creature south of Kingfisher running alongside him down the highway that night. Said he wasn't sure. He could tell it was big and hairy and white. And he was traveling at highway speeds. And I was like, man, we need more information on this. And he's supposed to be trying to get this guy pinned down. So maybe we can do a proper interview with him or something. Or at least get the pertinent details so I can make a case file. But still waiting on that. That's the problem with case files. Sometimes you never really end up getting all the information, which is why I'm always hounding you guys for more information about these case files. It's kind of funny how that works out. But anyway, there you go. I'd leave them there. They're doing just fine right there. Oh, jeez.
Well, I hate doing this in the summer. There's too many bugs.
Yeah. Well, summer is coming, and we're probably not going to be doing a whole lot more actual campouts where we're spending all weekend out doing this kind of stuff until it cools off a little bit. It gets pretty miserable. During the summertime, we kind of reel things back. We end up doing a lot of more day trips, preferably where we don't stray very far from the car's air conditioning. And you guys have probably seen Jeff Hatfield and I do a lot of that kind of stuff. And I also like to do most of my research near spring-fed water holes where I can swim and have a nice day. Doesn't really matter if there's squatches there. I don't know, I've always liked the swimming holes. But we'll probably be doing some of that. You can do some pretty good scouting areas in the summertime, and that's always good. But and I found some places, during the summertime when we were just driving around that ended up being that one spot over by Stillwater was a spot that we actually found while we were driving around in the summertime. So yeah, kind of an interesting deal. I mean, you can kind of, you just got to get out there and put boots on the ground. You don't have to spend the night all the time. But anyway, oh jeez, we're waiting for
What was that?
midnight.
Did you hear that tree break?
Well, I didn't know what that was. It's kind of hard to tell with the freaking waves over here. Did you have your headphones on?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're kind of set up in an area that's kind of strategic, I guess you could say. We backed our vehicles in towards the lake, and we're facing the woods right over here, and we actually kind of put ourselves in a position where we kind of got to, if they're going to stay in cover as they approach our campsite, they're going to have to come from that direction right there. And we pretty much got that area covered, but
Yep.
so we'll see what happens. You never know. They might decide, it might have been a long week for the cryptids, and they might decide to take the day off, but hopefully not. Hopefully they'll do their due diligence, come check us out. We'll have to unleash the secret weapon here after a bit. Make sure that they know we're here. And,
What do you mean? Like, you want me to whisper?
yeah. Yeah. No, man, I tell
Do
you.
my special call?
No, don't ever do that again. That was pretty funny, though. Oh, tomorrow, we're hoping to meet up with that eyewitness. We're thinking about going out to this one particular area where we found tracks before. We didn't find any tracks that were cast, but we did find some tracks. And they were barefoot tracks. But they were of a smaller variety, and they were not quality enough to be able to actually discern whether they were human or something non-human.
What was that, today?
No,
The last time we were out here?
it was the time before last. Yeah, it was when Coleman was directing us down there. So now the time before when we found tracks out here, you and Coleman found those.
Yeah.
And Coleman cast those, and he never did clean those up and send us pictures of those, that turkey. I didn't know how they turned out. That's the problem with casting footprints. I would say, I don't know, man. It's for every 30 footprints you find, you might find one that's worth casting, and even then, it's not going to be like a super high quality one. I mean, I'm no expert. I just kind of going off what I've seen, but I've never found a footprint that had dermal ridges that were visible. Never have.
I think you're gonna find those that are like, where they're like really, really fresh.
Or in good mud. Good quality clay type mud, which it seems like most of our research areas are rock, sand, or
Like a gooey swamp. I don't know.
nasty swamp ass stuff over there at that one place. Anyway, we find a lot of prints. We just don't find a lot that would make good quality casts. Out there at Canton, we found that one that was
That was nice.
Well, I'm talking about the big one.
That 17 inch?
That 17-inch one, and that thing was not, there's no way in hell we could have cast that if we wanted to. Even if we'd have got the hairspray out and hairsprayed it, it still wouldn't have come clean. And that stuff just breaks your heart. But it's good to know that there's one of that size out there. And it's that and the baby one. I got some really good photos of those baby crips. Unfortunately, the casts on those did not come out at all. That was sad. That's when I started trying to figure it out. The next time we have one in loose, really loose powdery dirt, I'm going to mist the whole thing in hairspray. Old school women's 1980s big hair hairspray.
Thin hair?
Yeah, I got some kind of brand. It's super cheap.
Aquanet. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Worst case scenario, we can turn it into a flamethrower and fight off the Sasquatches. But, you know, I figure if you just kind of mist it, let it kind of fall over the print, give it about 10 minutes to set up, it should be as solid as one of our girls from junior high school's hair.
The 80s big hair.
I'm telling you. You ever have one of those girls headbutt you? It's not pretty. I kind of miss the 80s, the big hair. Things are different now. I'm probably going to make some people mad, but you know those haircuts that women have? Like, I don't even know that. It makes their head look like an alien head. I don't even know what it's called. They're like part of their neck is shaved and you can kind of see. And then like the thing that sticks out. What is that?
The Karen look?
Well, I mean, you see a lot of Karen's wearing that. Yeah, Karen.
It's like bob and shaved back there.
Yeah, but it's kind of angled.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird looking. I don't like that haircut. Now watch, my wife will watch this video. She'll run out and go get one. Just to tick me off. No, seriously. Crazy stuff. Yep, there is some hairspray in my casting kit. So it's there in case we need it. What else we need to talk about? We're not going to be going weekend camping for a while. Well, let's talk about what happened earlier today.
Oh, the tree. We found this beautiful swamp. Beautiful.
Found it on satellite
been there
imagery.
in years.
Yeah.
Oh.
We walked way back in there. We found it on satellite imagery, and we found a road, and we drove to the point where we had to start walking. Then we got out and we walked. It was hot, but it wasn't that bad. And we walked in there, and this thing's, and I've got video footage of it. It'll be in, I'll turn this into a video and you'll be able to see it. But I carried 2 cameras, and I set one down, started recording. The other one was in my pocket, and I was just walking in front of it. We were walking away from the camera, and something pushed a tree over on the other side of the marsh. And it was a pretty substantial, loud, cracking tree. This is the middle of the daytime.
Sunny, no wind at all.
No wind. And I'm here to tell you, I've never had that happen to me before. I mean, I've heard like limbs fall out of trees and stuff or whatever. This was a full-blown tree. Now, we didn't see it. Whatever it was far enough back in the woods that we couldn't see it.
On the other side of the pond, the Duck Pond, so we couldn't even go investigate where it happened.
Yeah.
It would be treacherous to get around. It was a big area.
Yeah, that was, it was loud. I mean, it got both of our attentions immediately, which is probably what it was designed to do. We sat and we listened for a little while, nothing happened. Then I did something, I kind of challenged, puffed at it. I don't remember exactly what I did. I did some kind of puff, like I was challenging them, hoping to get some kind of response. That's all I need to do is piss them off or I have to run out. I don't run very well anymore. But yeah, we couldn't elicit any more responses out of them. There was no vocalizations that accompanied it. We didn't find any footprints, but the marsh was kind of full. There was, a lot of times when they're, in the marsh, there'll be like, when it's really, really dry, there'll be like a puddle of water out there in the middle, and then there's nice mud everywhere for the footprints. And this one here is like the water was up high enough that it was meeting the grass. So we really didn't find any footprints. But we're definitely planning on going back and checking that out, because that looks like a place that if we was to hit it in February, like right after deer season, that might be a pretty productive place. And the dirt over here is a little bit different, so it might actually produce some higher quality footprints. That's what I was thinking. I don't know, I may be wrong. But definitely need to check it out, make sure after everything dries up. It's been dry for a while. But that was kind of scary.
It was exciting. It was cool.
It was. He turned around like me. He was like, "You hear that?" I'm like, "I think everything heard that." It was cool. Yeah. Hopefully that's not the last one we do. But that was pretty impressive. You could actually hear the wood splitting and everything on that too. You always hear about people talking about that, how you can do that.
It sounded green.
It sounded green.
Yeah.
If it was dead, it would just have been crack, and it would have been, in the fall. But this one was like crack, 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 crack. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell it was alive. So, do you think it's too early to start scanning the thermals?
No. There's a lot of crickets out yet.
Yeah, usually the dead giveaway, the time to get out the thermals is when all the crickets and the frogs get quiet. There, the frogs are still getting over there. I don't know. Looks like my phone is dying. Oh, that's a tragedy. You know what that means? That means the live is fixing to go dead
Well, maybe we could continue in the morning.
after a full charge.
An update as to what happened during our night.
They might see what kind of coffee I'm drinking in the morning.
Oh, that's where stay tuned.
That would be embarrassing. I don't know. I'm trying a new theoretical thing. I've opened my mind significantly, because I thought to myself, if I buy this cold brew Starbucks, some kind of macchiato crap, it's the kind of stuff I make fun of other people for drinking. But I thought, if I take this with me, I can get my caffeine in the morning. I chug this stuff in the morning, I won't have to make coffee. And life will be easier, I don't know, I'm going to have to come to terms with it. You never know, it might be my new thing.
Might be.
I don't know. I mean, that'd probably only be a summertime thing. Wintertime, I still have to have my hot coffee.
Hot coffee, there's nothing beats that.
Yeah. I don't know. When it's cold, I like hot cocoa in the evening and hot coffee in the morning. Well, let's see. Oh, let's check and see who's. Let's see. People are talking. Don't. No, you can see my head. Don't look. Let's see. If a tree falls, yep. That is a lake, Hunter. Let's see here. See if waves are. Yeah, the waves are noisy. Yeah, I agree. Glad you guys are here. Well, the phone's about to die. We're probably going to sit around and probably just try to relax until it gets, I don't know, I'd like to try to stay up till about 2 and then just sleep in real late. So that's the plan. That and don't get ate by dogs.
Or mosquitoes.
They're not really, they're not biting me.
Really? Sweet, I guess.
Did you use shampoo and soap and body soap and stuff today?
No, yesterday. Maybe it was today.
When I go out to do these things, I just take like a really hot shower and I don't use any soap or anything because that soap has that flowery smell and stuff,
Yeah.
and it just attracts bugs.
If you use vinegar in a lot of your diet, cooking,
I don't.
that helps. But I have not been doing that.
Well, I don't know. We should probably let these people go. It's past Sherry's bedtime.